Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Capitalist. Here's a recap of the day's top 10 business news that hit the headlines of some of the major news daily. India to hold off vaccine exports until domestic demands are met. India will hold off on exports of coronavirus vaccines until a significant proportion of its domestic population is inoculated, the head of the country's COVID-19 task force told the Associated Press. There is no exact time frame on a lifting of restrictions on vaccine exports, the report said, citing an interview with Vinod K. Paul. While resumption is still on the radar, another factor that India will consider before doing so is when vaccine stockpiles are visible, he said. Gold extends fall in India after Fed signals rate hike. Gold prices in most parts of India have fallen more than 1,000 rupees per 10 gram of 24 carat in the past 2 days, ever since the US Federal Reserve on Wednesday signaled an interest rate hike by 2023. This is the biggest decline for gold in India in 2021, and prices continued to drop on Friday, even as the bullion made a strong rebound in the international market. Weak consumer sentiment following the second wave of COVID and restrictions in most states crippled physical demand for the precious metal. India is the world's second largest bullion consumer after China. Within India, Kerala is the largest market. Market snaps 4-week winning streak, mid-caps tumble. Indian market broke its 4-week winning streak this week and settled with marginal losses amid weak global cues. Amazon reports 40% growth in fashion category in financial year 21. Online marketplace Amazon reported 40% year-on-year growth in its fashion category in financial year 21 as the industry re-strategized amid the strict lockdowns enforced last year that prompted more users to buy goods online. Interestingly, 65% of this demand emerged from Tier 2, 3 and 4 regions, the company said. Microsoft names Chief Executive Officer Satya Nadella as chairman. Microsoft Corporation on Wednesday named Chief Executive Officer Satya Nadella as its new chairman in place of John Thompson. Mr. Nadella, who took over as CEO in 2014 from Steel Pharma, has been instrumental in scaling up its business, including billion-dollar acquisitions like LinkedIn, Nuance Communications, and ZeniMax. The company said Mr. Thompson, who took over as chairman from the Giants' co-founder Bill Gates in 2014, will serve as lead independent director. Air India puts real estate assets on the block, aims to raise 300 crore. National carrier Air India Limited is offering to sell several properties including offices, flats and staff quarters at major metropolises as the cash-strapped airline makes a renewed attempt for such divestments in this fiscal. The airline has put up several properties in cities such as New Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Nasik and Nagpur, according to a tender posted on its website on Friday. Gautam Adani slips to third spot on Asia's rich list. Shares of Adani Group companies have plummeted this week following a sell-off on Monday after reports that accounts of some major foreign investors holding these shares have been frozen. Billionaire Gautam Adani was knocked back to the number 3 position among Asia's richest people within a few weeks of grabbing the second spot, as the Indian business tycoon lost $13 billion in 4 days following a massive sell-off in shares of Adani Group companies. Paytm to raise 12,000 crore via fresh equity in IPO. Payments and wallet giant Paytm has taken a step closer to its initial public offering as it sought shareholders' approval to sell 12,000 crore worth of new shares in its IPO. A notice sent to shareholders on Friday said the share sale proposal and others will be put to vote at an extraordinary general meeting on July 12th. Paytm's parent 197 Communications Limited, India's second most valued startup worth $16 billion, is expected to launch its IPO in late November. OnePlus Oppo merger. Yesterday, OnePlus made a surprise announcement that it will be integrating its operations with Oppo, one of the biggest smartphone companies in China. For some, the move was very expected, while others were surprised with the merger. OnePlus revealed very few details about the collaboration, with a carefully worded forum post that was left open to interpretation. Some aspects such as the potential impact, future of software services and vision were talked about, but most bits remain unclear. Grofers co-founder Saurabh quits startup. Grofers co-founder Saurabh Kumar has exited the company after being associated with the online grocery firm for 8 long years. This comes at a time when the online grocer is in conversations with Zomato for investment against a minority stake. That's it from the Capitalist team today. Have a good evening.